open space. That's something I have to say at the beginning of the talk. And I'm accompanied by another volunteer naturalist, David Larson. And today's hike will be about 1.5 miles, 2 miles, but it'll be very pedestrian. I'll walk 20 feet, look at a rock, I'll walk another 20 feet. Now what I have here is the bull snake, which is our other large snake. We have rattlesnakes and bull snakes here. Both of them get over 4 feet long. The rattlesnake rarely gets any longer than 4 feet. The bull snake keeps on growing until it's about 8 feet long. So it's a big snake. This one's still growing. He's only a teenager. If I keep feeding him rats on a regular basis, he may reach about 7 feet.
Ooh.
And in a few years, but since he's a male, he's probably not going to get the full 8 feet. It's only the females who get that big. Quite a big snake here. And this is Bobby the bull snake. I'll bring him up where you can see him. Rattlesnakes and bull snake as to how they get their prey. The bull snake, as we've already discovered, and as you realize as we speak, is a constrictor. Holds on very tight. It does not have fangs. And it's the only rattlesnake and the other pit vipers that have fangs. And fangs are special teeth that are like hypodermic needles. In the mat hair in the rattlesnake, but it's folded up under the roof of its mouth most of the time, out of the way. So the snake can eat things and swallow things and not have these fangs in the way. With those fangs, the fangs are connected to 2 large venom sacs on each side of its head. That's why the rattlesnake head is usually triangular, because the venom sacs on the side are making it bulge out, and then the net goes down from there.
Is that the case for all venomous snakes?
No. Coral snake, much more venomous than a rattlesnake, can actually kill you. No triangular head. It looks like an ordinary everyday snake. Except for it's got this distinctive pattern of red, black, yellow, red, black, yellow, red, black, yellow, red, which gives it away. There's a milk snake that lives here in Colorado that tries to convince you that it's a coral snake, even though we have no coral snakes here. It tries to convince you with a red, yellow, black, red, yellow, black, not red, black, yellow, red, yellow, black. Looks very much the same.
Find a rattlesnake safely.
Yeah.
I'm curious about the best way and time and location and time of gear and all that to do that.
Excellent question.
The zoo.
You go into the herpetarium and you go to booth number 7. Rattlesnakes, in fact all of our snakes, their ambient favorite temperature is about 80 degrees. If it gets much hotter than that, they seek shelter. If it gets much cooler than that, they stay where they are. So 80 degrees is maximum. So depending on the time of the year, the time of day when it's going to be about 80 degrees is when they're most likely only be out in the middle of the afternoon because it's too cool otherwise. And they won't venture far from wherever they stay at night because it's still getting cold at night. So, and they probably won't even try to eat anything. They're just trying to warm up their body and get their metabolism kick-started for the coming season. Because when they're in winter hibernation, their body essentially shuts down. Their body temperature drops to within 2 degrees or so of freezing. And at that temperature, well, you know what happens when you've got ice water around. And it's actually the farthest thing from the truth. Now when you see a rattlesnake coiled in the middle of the trail, staring you down with its 2 eyes, staring you right in the face, rattling its tail vigorously, you interpret that as aggression. So that snake is mean. And it wants to bite me. That's not what it's doing at all. Actually, the snake was surprised. You came up the trail, you're about 30 times the size of it. On a daily basis, that rattlesnake has to be very wary of anything that's bigger than it and automatically goes into a defensive mode. Defensive mode means protect the body, pull up into a coil. Keep your eye on the potential predator, so you know which way to go to get away. Let the predator know that you're there. That's what the rattle's for. It's not saying, I'm bad. It's saying, please, please, little snake, right here on the ground. I don't want you to step on me. Can you hear me? And that's all it is. Rattlesnake is never going to go after you. It's a myth. People say, oh, that coiled snake can leap right off the ground and sink his fangs right into my jugular vein. You can't do that. Even a coiled rattlesnake that did strike in your direction, it can only strike about 1/3 to 1/2 of its body length. And our rattlesnakes don't get any bigger than 3.5 feet. So do the math. That snake can only strike maybe this far. And it's not going to stay out there because it wants to defend itself. So it'll strike to try and scare you away. It'll immediately go back, put the head in the middle, watch you, hope you got the message, and then go away. If you don't, keep rattling. You advance in closer, he'll strike again. Now he's just trying to say go 6,000 to 10,000 people. Let's use the high number, 10,000. It's nice, easy to do the math. A full 92% of that 10,000 people, don't take offense guys, are male. Between the ages of 17 and 45.
You're not there yet. That's away.
But hey, I was catching rattlesnakes when I was 9, so it could have been me. But most of these bites, 90-something% of them are illegitimate. That means the people who got bit by the snake did not heed the snake's warning and continued to approach the snake. 50 might die from a rattlesnake bite. Less than a dozen.
Out of 10,000.
10 or 12,000 bites. And those people who do die from a rattlesnake bite are usually little kids because they got a smaller body. They react worse to the venom because they're getting more per weight. Or old, frail people who have compromised immune systems and just can't fight things off. side that the German got. Many of the early geologists were German, and he called this Schlickensieden, or as we like to call it, Slickensides. But a lot of the weird geological terms we got from the Germans.
So this was a geologic movement, not glacial.
Yes, this was rock against rock at great depth, probably a mile.